This is RadioOnFire.com. Yours truly, Dominic K, in here at the Radio on Fire headquarters here in Baltimore. I got a special guest in the building that's going to join me tonight, today, this evening. Introduce yourself, please.
My name is Val Jenkins, and I am the founder of Hug, Don't Shoot.
Okay. Be clear.
Hug, Don't Shoot.
Okay. All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. So what is that for people that don't know?
So Hug, Don't Shoot mission is to bring a sense of peace to
but what is it, though? What is it? You give me the tagline.
It's an organization.
Okay.
It's a non-profit 501c3 organization. It was birthed. It's funny. It was birthed in Baltimore, but the thought of Hug, Don't Shoot, I was in Cancun, Mexico. Yes.
You were in Cancun, Mexico.
Yeah.
Doing the things that people do on vacation.
Sitting on the beach, minding our own business.
That's something that people do on vacations.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and what came over you?
I looked on Facebook Live and saw that someone in Baltimore was murdered. And I said, we need to stop shooting and start hugging. Mm-hmm. But it was only a statement. I didn't mean anything of it. And then I asked this simple question, who want to go out hugging with me when I get back to Baltimore?
Right.
So right after that, I was on a trip with the old school rappers, Curtis Blow, Roxanne, Shantae, the whole 9 yards. We was on this trip, and Doug Cologne, who first started this, breakdancing, him and Curtis Blow was the first person in New York who started the breakdancing. So anyway, he called us, and it was time to change to go to the next party, and I won the Phenomenal Women Award that same night, 2 hours after I came up with the idea of Hug, Don't Shoot. Went back to my room, and 46 people signed up to go out hugging. And I'm like, yo, I was only playing though. And they was like, no, let's do it. So I was like, if y'all want to do it, we need to pre-order t-shirts and make plans where we're going to meet at, da-da-da-da. That's how it started. People started ordering t-shirts. Actually, 46 people pre-ordered a t-shirt. We met August the 7th, 2017 at Drew Hill Park. We walked down in Northern Pennsylvania, and we hugged every single person that we walked past. Anybody know Baltimore? In front of Madonna Mall is a subway station where the bus is always at. Mm-hmm. It was 3 buses there. We asked the bus driver for a hug on each bus, and all 3 of them got off the bus and asked us to go on the bus and give everyone on the bus a hug. We blocked the traffic, and we went on. It's supposed to last for 4 hours.
Okay.
That Monday, someone from the governor's office called. That Tuesday, someone from City Hall called. Everybody said they saw us. Good job. Wednesday, as I always tell a story, is what did it. Someone called me via my Facebook inbox. I didn't know him, still don't. Mm-hmm. And they said their best friend's son was murdered. And I didn't know what she wanted me to do. And she said, I've been watching you, so we just want hugs. And I went over there. Like
so you went over to the house. I went over
to the house. I did a screenshot of the address and sent it to my friends because nobody was available at 9:30 at night to go to this house.
Right, I'm sure.
So I went to the house, and I didn't know anybody there, and that's kind of strange for me in Baltimore.
To not know anybody there.
I didn't know not one person in the household, and it was packed.
So really, this started as you seeing something online, somebody losing a loved one.
Yes.
And then you felt touched with this vision,
right,
to say that as a statement.
Right.
And then it just morphed into what it has become. And so you have politicians that you have established relationships with because of this. Right.
The mayor, the governors, all the city council people, police commissioners, all 3 of them. Mm-hmm. It has blown up. Mm-hmm. Today, being here right now, is 234 events we've done in 14 months.
You said 200 and what now? the 234 events that you have gone to
that I supported.
Okay.
We had 5 standalone events that was actually brought on by Hug Don't Shoot. We collaborate with multiple organizations in Baltimore.
So essentially you like to bring comfort to people that have lost people. Is that what this is about? Well,
it is kind of, because people see the Hug Don't Shoot and think that we just basically about stopping the murders. We're not about stopping murders, because if we were, we'd be jumping in front of bullets and there wouldn't be any murders in Baltimore at all but us.
Yeah.
So we want to bring...
Talk here. Look at me through the monitor.
Okay. So we want to bring a sense of peace to each community.
But you do want to try to affect the murders.
I want to try to affect the murders.
Because you're trying to get people to calm down a little bit.
Exactly. And we also support different business and organizations. Say today is RadioOnFire first day. So what we'll do, the hug dealers, which is volunteers, will come and we'll give you guest hugs as they come in. It's like an icebreaker. Sure.
And like you said, and a conversation starter.
Right, exactly.
So in your travels throughout the city of Baltimore, you've seen some things, I'm sure.
A lot.
Some things good, some things bad, right?
Exactly.
Is that fair to say?
Yes.
As far as the violence in the city, do you think that this is something that is whose lap does this surge in violence fall in? Does it fall in the chief of police? Does it fall in the mayor's lap? Does it fall in the governor's lap? Does it fall in Trump's lap? Like who do you think like really is who needs to take this spike in violence and murder to task and do something about it?
I think we're all responsible. Every single person in this city, state, and country is responsible for these murders. Every single person. The mayor, the governor, the commissioner, Hug Don't Shoot, ceasefire. We can't do it alone. It takes everyone to help out with this. We need more than people to be on Facebook saying what could have, should have been done. We need the radio shows, the radio stations to stand up and say, we're here to support. Everyone needs to take a place. Everyone do something different. And I understand a lot of people don't want to go out and hug. A lot of people don't want to come out and talk on a radio show. I just posted something yesterday. People like Deron, who do Loyalty Sundays, even though that's in a club atmosphere, he's still getting the people off the street and giving them something to do. Jamal Griffin, who did the Love Day for Park Heights, and what that was everyone in Park Heights came together for one day to give love and have a peaceful day. So it's different things that you can do to stop the crime.
So I hear people talk about the rec centers. Y'all closed the rec centers, and that's why the kids are acting up, and you need to give these kids something to do. So is that part of the responsibility? Is it part of society's responsibility to give young people stuff to do?
I don't agree with that statement of y'all closing the rec centers down, because you have rec centers like Langston Hughes, George Mitchell, that gives something to do every single day. It's something for the adults, the children, the seniors to do every single day in Langston Hughes. It's something for every single person to do at C.C. Jackson, which is also located in the Park Heights district. Gary Crum on the east side provide a lot for people to do. Marcus Dent on the east side provide a lot for people to do. But guess what? These recs are empty. So you can't tell me that the mayor is closing down the recs when the recs are open and your children is still not there.
Well, maybe they don't know. Maybe they don't know.
But that is up to the parents.
I agree with you. But I guess the other point I was going to is that the rec's not open. Give our kids something to do is just an excuse to me, because people going to do what they want to do, and if the rec's not open, you can find something else to do.
Exactly.
And if you want to stay out of trouble, you can stay out of trouble. You can find something to occupy your time. People choose to do stuff, and that's what I was going.
I didn't know the schools was closed today. I don't know if all schools was closed or my daughter's schools were closed. I mean, my granddaughter's, because I've been busy all day. But my daughter took my granddaughter horseback riding. Okay. You know, we have a horseback place on Rolling Road that's black owned.
Right, that's true.
That had the Hug Don't Shoot camp at. So Hug Don't Shoot, again, is not all about stopping the violence. I will provide something for the families to do. You reach out to me, I will assist you. Just today, I don't know if I think I sent it to you with the 2 girls on the bus. Yeah. And the girl that I called a hero that stepped up and stopped the other girl from getting beat up by her boyfriend. She's a hero in my eyes.
She's a hero in your eyes?
She's a hero in my eyes. And I found her apartment. People on my page provided televisions for her, and just today, so this happened 2-3 months ago, just today, someone on my page, a hug dealer, provided a living room set for her. She didn't even, the girl didn't have no way to deliver it. You had Kerm, Focus Kerm, and Myron Knox both said we'll deliver it for free. Okay. So you can always go on my page, Hug Don't Shoot page, or my private page. And if you're in need for anything, I will provide it for you. Rather if it's shoes, clothes, housing, social service, mental health, someone from Hug Don't Shoot will provide it for you.
Okay. So that's so you're saying there's no excuse.
It's no excuse.
If people want to get involved, can volunteers reach out to you or anything?
We are desperate for hug dealers, and hug dealers are volunteers. We never use the word volunteers. We can't do it alone. Even though we have 86 people who signed up to be a hug dealer, we have the same 10 people who go out every single day. And you know the blessing part of people making excuses, the funny thing of people making excuses, the people who go out every single day, Patrice Meekins, Debbie Jefferson, my niece Katina Barnes, none of them drive. But they make it all over the city to bring peace, one hug at a time. So don't tell me you don't have time or you don't have a way. We will find a way. So basically, like I said, it's no excuse. If you're hungry, again, Langston Hughes provide free food. The first of the month, you have Mike Foy in Charm City C who provides food at the end of the month, the last Sunday of each month on Front Street. So it's not too much that you can need that is not someone on my page that will provide it for you. I think we lose a connection. Yes.
You hear that? Keep talking.
Yeah, so Hug Don't Shoot is basically here to support. We have supported in all different ways. I spoke at a funeral, Channel 45, Alexa, I must be on her speed dial because she calls me all the time. The 92-year-old lady who was murdered, she called me to do an interview for that. So we will provide a way regardless of the situation. We have Valerie Matthews, who's always there helping the children. Joni is always there helping the children. So if I can't provide it myself, it's someone on my page who can provide anything that you need in Baltimore. It's so many different radio stations. Shout out to you, knowing I'm on another radio show, but still offered to bring me on your radio show. That's pure love. I was gonna come anyway, though, but so
even if you wasn't invited.
Even if I wasn't invited.
Yeah, so that's what it's all about.
Yes.
It's about people helping people and providing opportunities and all of that good stuff. Now, speaking of Baltimore, I talked about it on yesterday's show. What are your thoughts on the squeegee people that's doing squeegee
I hate
work at the red lights?
I hate it. One, I seen too many of them kids selling drugs.
Okay.
I saw it with my own eyes.
Okay.
They selling drugs.
Okay.
I think it's very dangerous. Myself as a child, back in the day, it wasn't the squeegee kids, it was pump the gas kids.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
I was that pump the gas kid.
You pump gas?
I was the pump the gas kids that a very dangerous situation happened to me.
Okay.
Basically kidnapped.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And
what? How old?
Never ever told anyone.
How old were you?
I was young. I had to been like 9, 10 years old. Why was I even at the gas station? We only lived like 4 doors down. But
so this is in Park Heights?
No, it was actually north in Bloomingdale, the gas station.
Okay, I know exactly. Near the library?
Yeah, right behind the library.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right behind the library. So it's very dangerous.
No doubt.
And with Monique, since I met her, I've been doing a lot on human trafficking and sex trafficking. And a child as myself who was unaware of the dangerous people in the world, I was easy to be snatched. I was a good target to be snatched. Even as a child, I was always shapely. Even as a child, I was always outspoken. So I was a perfect candidate of being kidnapped and raped. So when I see these kids out here, that's the first thing I think of, other than seeing them selling drugs.
Think about the amount of danger that they are putting themselves in by doing this.
Right.
Is that what you're talking about?
But in the same token, I think about the kids who honestly need that dollar for something to eat.
Well, and I said this yesterday, my thing is that if they truly need the dollar, then let's work on making more dollars, and that means having better customer service.
Exactly.
Because this is a service.
It's a service. And by
better
me having
presentation.
a convertible, it's terrible that I pay my monthly payments every single month to drive the car that I desire to have, and at each red light I have a can of mace in my hand. I should not have to live like that. No one should have to live like that.
Yeah, that's interesting. And that's for your protection, you feel like?
And it's for my protection. And for the ones who say the mayor should do this and the mayor should do that, I sat in multiple meetings where the mayor did all she could.
Now, what does that mean when you say all she could?
Not all she could. Well, I could say she tried her best. Every single meeting she brought up, what can we do for these squeegee boys? How can we give them a job? It's actually a person that was in a meeting. So the meetings with the mayor was like every month, like one Monday out of a month, and a lot of nonprofit organizations sit in this meeting, in this board meeting, and I found this. They sit in this board meeting and they go around the table and tell what they're doing for the community. And the mayor always bring up, what can we do for these squeegee boys? How can we stop them? It's very dangerous. And she's been doing this for months. So she basically put the gates, she actually put the gates on Hilton and Gwynns Falls.
Yes, I saw those.
She put the gates on Bloomingdale and Hilton.
Okay.
So I seen the gates, but I also sat there at a red light and watched the kids kick down the gate. So I'm at the gate.
Now,
I'm at the red light and see him kick down the gate and put
you talking about the gate on Hilton?
On Hilton and Gwynns Falls.
Yeah, it's because it's kind of in a way. It's kind of awkward. It prevents people from walking freely.
Right, but it's also prevent them from being on that corner. I mean, it don't stop them.
It don't stop, yeah.
But it slows them down.
It definitely does.
And if you're going to be a squeegee kid, and
if you remember,
why are you dumping all that trash?
But that's true too. And you remember back a couple years back, before the squeegee epidemic, that used to be an area where the Rose God would be at.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a popular light because it's a long light and a lot of cars are right there. So that's why, you know, anytime the newspaper guy used to be right there, that same light.
A good key that you brought, a good point you brought up. Why was it okay for the Rose guy to be there and not the Squeegee kids to be there? Because they both trying to make money. The biggest problem is the Squeegee kids are disrespectful.
People didn't
Rose guy
correct.
Is very respectful.
People did not complain about the Rose guy.
Right.
People did not complain about the guy selling the newspaper.
Or the bean pie guy on Wabash and Northern Parkway.
Right. Or the one on North Avenue. I mean, you know, the Nation of Islam on North Avenue at 83.
Right.
Been there for years.
Right.
So he's selling Final Call and bean pies and you know, stuff like that. So, but the difference is the whether people are annoyed by it, because a lot of times less fortunate people are asking for money and things at these same lights.
Right.
People complain about that a lot.
Right. So when
it's whether something annoys people or not.
Right, exactly. Yeah. But when it was a Rose guy there, it was one Rose guy. The Squeegee kids, you get 5 kids run into one car. Really, all 5 of y'all go watch this car?
The same way, but that's the same way they do when they selling drugs.
Exactly.
Running to the sales.
Exactly.
So it sends a negative image. It's not something people want to look at. And then in addition, kids are not necessarily dressed in a way that doesn't make some people feel threatened by them.
Right.
Their attitude is a bit aggressive and it throws some people off.
Right.
So you think that they should not be allowed to do this?
I'm 100%.
So they're gonna try to regulate them,
not being out there.
Try to just like everything else, regulate them. If they can't get some type of a license for the city to get money from, they're gonna shut it down.
Right.
How do you feel about the firefighters or the policemen that are outside during different times collecting?
And the kids on security boulevard
and the kids, the marching bands or the cheerleaders, the basketball teams, whatever, you know what I'm saying, sports teams.
It might be a little I might be contradicting myself with saying it's okay for the firefighters to be there because you know they're legal. They have the fire trucks there, they're uniformed, they're
not paying no extra money to do it.
But they are they're volunteer firefighters. That's where they come from. They're volunteer firefighters.
I've seen different ones. Yeah,
but 9 out of 10 that I've seen is volunteer firefighters. So we know we could trust them. These squeegee guys, we don't know if they want to wash your car or bust your head.
So you feel like you in danger?
I did.
Okay.
I don't feel like I'm in danger because I'm not in danger.
Don't roll your window down then. Put your top up.
Right, but what happened when somebody didn't roll down their window? They bust the window. The firefighter's not going to do that. Well, as far as these cheerleaders and the football teams that's doing that, I'm so against that. Because to me, it's teaching them how to beg. You stand on corners and you just begging for money. How about you teach them how to do a car wash or a bake sale or something? I actually pulled up one of the coaches.
How you doing?
I actually pulled up a coach and said to him,
"Hey, coach,
how about I teach you how to make money for your team?" And he said, "Whatever way you could teach me, we make this much money an hour on this corner." I said, "But you have a little girl right here that look like she about 10 years old on the corner twerking." Oh, she ain't supposed to be twerking. She ain't supposed to be twerking. I said, why she don't have a uniform on? Oh, because we was out here yesterday and her uniform was dirty. I said, what school do you coach at? He said, the one around the corner. I said, let me see your school ID.
The one around the corner?
The one around the corner.
Yeah.
I said, let me see your ID. He said, oh, I left it home. These are situations to make the good people look bad. These are his kids that he's doing.
Oh, no doubt. So you think that that's wrong? You got an issue with that. And so as far as the relationship between police and citizens, is there a way that can improve? Like, do you have any idea about that? or any thought?
Of course, there's always a way you could prove.
How?
And anyone who know me know I'm never going to bash the police department, but I will bash a police.
Okay.
I had a personal experience just 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Not even 2 weeks ago, where I witnessed a attempt murder, and I called 911.
You made the phone call.
I made the phone call.
Okay.
And the officer,
was it from this phone right here?
Yes.
Okay.
I made the call, and the officer actually called me back from his cell phone after I said I did not want to give my name. So he called me back.
But you didn't give your name.
I didn't give my name.
Right. But
and he called me back. If I told him,
he didn't ask your name. So I remember we talked about this, and so I was waiting for this moment to bring this up. So you call 911,
right,
and you report whatever it was that you reported,
right,
and the operator asks you, do you want to leave your name? Can they call you back? That type of thing.
They didn't ask that.
Well, I mean, but that's what she's asked. Do you want to? Right. Are you going to be a witness to whatever's going on? Can we count on you to tell this story again?
Right.
You said no.
I said no.
Okay. So whatever you saw when you called, were they supposed to come out and try to prevent this from happening further? Or were you just calling and say, this just happened, blah, 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 now it's done?
This just happened.
What did you call for if you did not want to participate in the solving of the crime? Why did you call?
Because the police officer need to be there. So I saw the police. I still stayed there in a safe area until the police came.
This was outside?
It was outside until the police came. And the police asked me in a very, very, very rude way, can you go over there and be a witness? First of all, why would you ask me?
So the police officer's on the scene in front of with you.
Right. So the police officer who called me asked me, can I come over there and identify the suspect? First of all, why would you even ask?
Pause for a second. So wherever you are, the people that you called the police about are still in your general vicinity.
Right.
Gotcha. And he wanted you to point out who you called about.
Exactly.
You refused.
Right.
But my question still stands. You called because you wanted the officer to come and you just wanted to be anonymous, is what you said.
Exactly.
He didn't let you do that.
Right.
How did that make you feel?
I felt like he completely disrespected me. Not only with his action, but his tone, because it could have been done better. So
do you think that he was frustrated? Do you think he felt like, what did you call me for if you didn't want to say nothing?
First of all, me knowing what I know, he wasn't supposed. He had the guy on the ground, and then they realized it's anonymous. So therefore, did you hear that word I just used? So therefore, they supposed to have a warrant. If I want to go
a warrant to check him.
Right.
What did you want to happen? What did you think was going to happen?
I wanted the police to come and arrest him or check to see who
arrest him. How?
I wanted the police. If I call the police and tell them that you have a gun on you, and I describe him as a black man with a black shirt on and glasses.
Let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. And I hear you. How many times over the last few months have we heard cases, last few years, where we've heard cases where white people have called the police saying a black guy got a gun or a black guy's doing something, and those situations end in the death of those black guys? Plenty.
Plenty.
Right. So did you think about that could have happened?
You know what? In the same token, he shouldn't have been out there with the gun. In the same token, he should not have been out there with the gun trying to kill someone else.
Allegedly.
So basically, you telling me
I get
you would have saw that, you would have just pulled off?
I'm confused. So why did you wait around? Why did you wait around?
They didn't see that I waited around. The police, nobody saw that I waited around.
All right, so let me get a better understanding. So this is not in a club or a restaurant.
No,
this is outside.
In my car.
Got you. So you were in your car and you witnessed something going down on the streets, literally outside on the streets.
Exactly.
You called the police.
I called the police.
And you waited wherever you initially called them from.
Exactly.
Did you give them some type of a sign when they hit the scene that you were the one that called?
Yeah, they called me back.
Okay.
They called me right back, and I was still there.
You should have left.
I was somewhere completely different. It doesn't matter if the police didn't know if I left or not. He didn't know.
I'm
I was
saying,
in my
so
car.
when y'all had your interaction, was it face to face or over the phone? Or
it was
both?
over the phone.
Or over the phone. Okay.
It was over the phone.
So you got his name and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And he was upset with you because did he say why he was upset?
Right. It's a whole lot that I'm trying to say when I was saying
Sure.
Right. But first, when he called me, he was very rude and nasty.
First conversation,
he was very rude and nasty. Were you the person to call? And I'm like,
did you have him on a Bluetooth or did you pick up the phone?
I had in my car as a Bluetooth.
Yeah. So maybe
Were you the first person to call?
Maybe he had said hello a few times.
No, he didn't say no hello.
Because it's not out of the question for them to be on 10.
He was very rude and he was very nasty. And then when he called back, he was very rude and nasty.
So you told him
very
no.
Rude and nasty.
So he called you twice.
This police officer had the audacity to tell me that I was burning up his minutes on his personal cell phone that he called me on.
Right. And
so that's why people don't want to be a witness because of this.
No, that's not why.
Yes, it is. So
no, the reason why people don't want to be a witness is because of the reason why you didn't want to be a witness.
No, listen to this.
They don't want to get involved.
Listen to this. So on my way here, I'm talking to a friend, and I said, "What are you doing?" Yes. I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Reading his paperwork." I said, "For what?" He said, "I have to go to court." I'm like, "For what?" I was a witness in an accident. And now they sending me all this paperwork. Yeah. They keep calling me. They keep harassing me. And that's why people don't want to be a witness. That's why there's so many murders in Baltimore, because people do not want to go through what that officer tried to put.
That's not the only reason, but that's one of them. The main reason is they fear retaliation from the people. That's the main reason.
So if I fear retaliation from the people, I shouldn't also fear it from the police officer.
Agreed.
So therefore, you're getting double the treatment that you should not be receiving.
Agree. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah, I have some amazing police officers. The blessed part of it is I did a short clip on live.
This day?
The day that happened.
Oh my God.
Just a short clip. I didn't say what happened.
Sure.
I didn't say what happened. But the people on my page, higher people, police officers, city council people, they all called me.
Were you upset when you did the video?
No, I wasn't. I was upset, but I wasn't like, I wasn't an angry black woman.
Were you crying?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't an angry black woman. But I made my point without saying too much, as I'm not saying too much today.
Yeah, but you set it up so we can understand what's going on.
Exactly.
Have you gotten the resolution that you wanted in that situation?
Kind of.
That's good.
I was told that it's very hard to get a meeting with anyone in a higher position in a police department.
Is that what you're trying to do? You're trying to get
a meeting. I had a one-on-one meeting the very next day. The very next day, I had a meeting with the captain.
Who supervises this person?
The police officer supervisor was there, and the captain was there, and it was a good meeting. It was a really good meeting.
So they gave you some satisfaction.
Yes, he asked me. He said, "I'll have this resolved in 2 weeks." Okay. So I'm still waiting for that call for the 2 weeks, because it haven't even been 2 weeks.
So tell me this.
So that's exactly why I'm trying.
Yeah, and that's why, exactly. So let me say this. Even though you haven't concluded this situation yet, you're on the way to getting some type of resolution.
Yes.
What do you recommend people do when they have some type of interaction with the police officer that they don't feel is right?
I want them to continue on pushing until that officer that you had a problem with have some kind of, I don't want nobody to be fired. I don't care what the situation is. I'm not gonna say nobody, but I think that he needs some kind of training. He needs to understand what he done. And like I told the captain, I'm not here for me because my voice is going to be heard. I am here for the millions of witnesses who's afraid for their voice to be heard. They are afraid to stand up to these people. They are afraid to stand up to the police officers. So I'm going to push this until my voice is heard even
Fair
more.
enough. Fair enough.
Because I am not, I have so many police officers, especially since Hug Don't Shoot. They are there with me, for me, and beside me. But that officer didn't know who I was, and he shouldn't have known who I was to treat me in a better way.
Right, right.
It shouldn't matter who I am. If I'm a regular citizen or I'm out here busting my tail every single day, that officer should have had enough respect for me as a human being, as a citizen in the United States, and he didn't. He failed to show respect to me.
Well, shame on him.
Shame on him.
Shame. 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 Okay, so but I definitely, and I'm sorry that you had to go through that.
I'm glad it happened.
Okay, I'm glad you had to go through that.
Okay. I'd rather for it to happen to me than to happen to someone else.
Yeah.
It feared them the rest of their life. And even though this happened not even 2 weeks ago, and even though I'm almost okay about it, I actually twist and turn at night because I could still hear that officer's voice in my head.
Okay.
So that's not good at all.
Did he sound white or black?
He was white.
Okay.
He was a white officer, but I'm not the one who talk about black or white. I don't care what color they are.
Right.
Wrong is wrong.
Word. Okay, so how can people stay in touch with you and everything that you got going on?
You can find me at Hug Don't Shoot on Facebook and Instagram, www.hugdon'tshoot.org. Instagram, Facebook, Hug Don't Shoot. You have any questions, you can send me a message with that. And let me not forget, of course, we cannot get out here without talking about Thrive. Thrive give you energy, mental clarity, weight loss, any health challenges. You could use Thrive and it will help you to live a better life.
Okay, well that's what's up.
I also do natural locks. Don't forget the natural locks.
Yeah, don't get it twisted.
Yeah,
she
don't
twisted.
get it twisted.
Yeah,
I will twist it.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. I will twist it.
You can have that one for free. It's all good. All right, so
hi George.
Absolutely. So definitely thank you for coming through, and don't be a stranger. I think maybe like once a month or something. Maybe you can come through.
Once a month? You pushing? I got my own radio show.
Okay, I'm sorry. Once a year. So I see you in 2019.
I want to ask you a question. Are we done yet? Because I want to ask you a question about somebody who's on my page.
You want me to answer this on air?
I do.
Okay. So you can come back in 2019. Don't come back before then. Don't come back before then, because I know you got your own shit to do. Of course, I am at the Diamond K Show at Radio on Fire. Of course, now more than ever, it's important where you get your news from. And here at Radio on Fire, we take pride in being a premier source of news and entertainment for the urban community. So support independent media. Logging on RadioOnFire.com. Download the app, Radio on Fire app. Of course, YouTube TV, Periscope, Instagram, Facebook, all that kind of stuff.
Watch you blush.
Thank you. It's very nice of you. So I'm a Leo. And all right, so you got to ask me something before we go?
No, I don't want to ask you. I just want to put somebody on blast.
Okay, that's what's up. I mean, that's what I do.
I don't feel like put
people on blast.
So I have somebody on my page.
Okay, what up, Paige?
So what is the longest friendship you ever had? What's the longest friendship you have?
With my sister.
Not a family member.
Okay, not a family member. Longest friendship. You talking about female or
a female?
Female. The longest female friendship that I had. You mean assuming that we're not friends anymore?
Still.
I mean,
ongoing.
I mean, just because you don't talk to somebody all the time don't mean that. Like I'm not beefing with nobody.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not beefing with nobody. there may be people who don't like me or don't speak to me, but we ain't beefing.
Friends.
We ain't beefing.
Friends.
You know what I'm saying? It's
okay,
not no
so
beef.
this is weird.
I don't have beef.
Somebody on my page, right?
Be more specific.
So he was the most popular guy in high school.
What high school is this?
Forest Park.
Forest Park?
He
Okay.
was
I went to summer school in Forest Park.
Every guy, every woman in the school wanted him.
On him.
He was so
Did
popular.
you want him then?
I did.
Okay, so everyone.
0%
as he should. As he should. As he shouldn't have gave you nothing. He shouldn't have gave you nothing. Because you did not deserve it then. But when you graduated, you blossomed and you became what you are. So now he's trying to give you all the attention.
Right.
And
it's too late now. Right?
It ain't too late.
It is.
You didn't deserve it then.
0%
You
of
just
attention
listen.
that he gave me.
Listen. Okay, so we're gonna wait till you're 80 and then it's gonna work out. Here's the thing. You said out your mouth when he was in high school he was popping. What year did you come out?
85.
85. Okay, so 85 came out. You know what I'm saying?
I only did this because he was on my page.
He had the BVD. He had the belt with the name buckle on it. You know what I'm saying? He had his straight leg Lees. You know what I mean? It
was the flavor.
I know. I'm a historian.
And the girls got their knit shoes.
Exactly. You had Jordache jeans.
I did.
You know what I'm saying?
With the horse on it.
Exactly. You had your Sassoon. Thought you was fly.
I did.
Right.
No, I was the little dirty girl in school.
Which is why you ain't get no play.
Exactly.
And you didn't deserve no play.
So, no, let me tell you. He used to like me from afar.
Yeah, he said.
Like the little
he said she's cute. Over there. Got to clean her up.
Right, exactly.
She got a nice body, but she ain't got no gear.
That's exactly what he did.
And you didn't deserve it then. You wasn't ready. You wasn't ready for the most popular boy in the school. No, you wasn't ready. He shouldn't have gave you nothing. He should have gave.
He gave me zero.
He said, I give them dirty girls nothing.
But guess what? All the girls that he wanted, where are they now?
But let me tell you what happens. So, in every situation like that, when the people fly in school, 9 times out of 10, they grew up too fast. And then they burn out quick. Then when they burn out, they whack.
Exactly, and that's what happened. Dang, my battery just went dead.
Yo, that's because you doing funky stuff with your cord.
Dang, that's because I was talking about them.
Yeah, that's what you get. It was popping.
That was so funny.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like that sometimes. I had a girl who I liked in high school who turned me down in school, and it was all good. And then I saw her standing on line at Hammer Jacks. And I'm DJing, and me and my crew walking through the line. I mean, we not in the line, we walking past the line, and I see her in line. And so she called me like, hey. So I'm like, oh yeah, her. I told security like her and her friends, whatever. So we got them in, pulled them out the line, and then so you know what I mean. And so after I hit and didn't call her no more, I didn't feel bad.
You hit.
Okay, I skipped out some stuff. Okay, yeah. So I skipped some stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know what I mean?
Tell the truth.
So,
Tell the truth.
Yeah, so, you know what I mean? So she needed a ride home that night, too. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, so this was up.
Damn, man, you was a good boy. What you after you hit?
What do you mean? I'm not saying I've abused her.
Like, hit, one night stand.
Yeah, I didn't call her no more after that.
I'm sorry.
I remember how you did me. Yeah, I remember how you did me in the early 90s.
So what about the girl you used to like in 85?
85?
Yeah.
85. I was in elementary school in 85. What are you talking? I know you was in high school. I was in elementary school in 85. What was the
girl that you used to like back in the day, the first day when you was first popping, but you never said nothing to her? Did you stop it? Did you?